And for those of you who are here today, in the back room back there, these guys have all got books and CDs. Okay, now are we going to Nevada? Okay, yeah, it must be Dave. Dave's over there like a little kid. Me now? Okay, Dave, come on up. While he's walking up here, I want to thank my wife, Katie, and Ann Banner for all the hard work that's around here. They did a pretty good job of decorating the place up. And now here's Shorty out of Nevada. Or I mean Dave.
Thank you. Keep going.
Do one more.
This is a story. Stampede. Back in the days of the great trail herds, in 1875, a great calamity occurred. Few barely did survive. I was riding for the brand known as a Lazy K. The whole damn outfit had a wreck. It happened this way. We was coming out of Texas, bound for Abilene, near 3,000 head of longhorns, biggest herd I'd ever seen. Getting all these steers to market would be a big relief. Feeding all them Yankee bellies, hungry now for Texas beef. Had 13 seasoned drovers, a trail boss among the best. We figured that a koozie too was the finest in the West. Juan Chavez had just rode out and took up post as my relief. Told him there was seen nothing round to cause him any grief. The flankers were all moving in to get the herd up tight. Then nighthawks like Chavez and them would circle around all night. I finished up 8 hours riding point ahead. Doubled up with Tommy Lane on swing, wondering what we'd all be fed. Just riding in to get some grub and curl up in my roll. We could smell the coffee as we passed the picket pole. Then both of us dismounted. To the line I tied the rein, nodded to the wrangler there. Tommy did the same. I saw them dark clouds early on, didn't pay them any mind. We never saw the static lightning that bring the thunder in a short time. That don't look good, I said to Tom. Those words had barely left my mouth. Of a sudden, this black cloud formed up and came in from the south. About time we heard a muffled boom. A bolt came from that cloud. A double fork that split the air like a cannon shot was loud. Oh God, we said in unison, not 10 feet from my steed, when the ground began to tremble, and I heard him yell, "Stampede!" I turned around in mid-stride. I weren't the only one. To my pony on the picket line, somebody hollered, "Run!" Them storm clouds over yonder just moved in mighty fast. Only took one flap of thunder. Now them cows are coming fast. Saw 2 cowboys at the gallop tried to haze with hat and gun. Just disappeared before my eyes as they were overrun. Trail boss hollered, "Save yourselves!" That was his dying word. This wasn't just a section spook, it was a whole damn herd. Never did untie my pony, cut the lead rope with my knife. Swung into the saddle I was riding for my life. The whole remuda just took off. I saw a wrangler fall. Just a kid about 15, went down horse and all. Horses on the picket pulled stakes where he was tied, got tangled up no time at all, and stumbled, fell and died. I reckon if I flanked them and not ride straight ahead, that I'd have a better chance of living than be dead. I put them spurs into my horse, though there may not been a need. She knew her own predicament, put on extra speed. I lost sight of Tommy when it began to rain. Chavez was purring straight ahead. I knew that was in vain. I could see the wagon's canvas, then I saw it shake and fall. Anybody still around it now stood no damn chance at all. Them cows was like a living river, flowing fast upon the ground, overrunning everything. God help any who went down. An awful sound came from the herd like the devil had a voice. No force on earth could turn him now. Escape's my only choice. The pounding of 12,000 hooves transferred up my spine. A mad and snorting monster now was closing fast behind. Appearing just ahead of ways was this little hump of hill. I think the Lord just put it there for me, and I think I always will. Standing in the stirrups, I galloped to the crest, reining in my pony then, praying for the best. Them clouds split around it, and I was firing off my gun. The only thing that I could do, there's no place else to run. And suddenly it's over. I set my saddle just the same. As a few more strays came running by, I tried to see what all remained. I could hear some horses screaming. A few cows moving around, looking for lost calves, I guess, upon his trampled ground. I never saw where Chavez went, and he ran on ahead. I didn't see him riding back. I reckon he was dead. I rode back through the carnage of trampled men and horse, used my rifle twice in passing, ended screams to my remorse. The hoodlum was all shattered, the chuck wagon on its side, surrounded there by cowboys, some in their bedrolls where they died. I could only see their sad remains, all pounded in the mud, not making out their features in dark water mixed with blood. My pony was all nervous, her eyes wide in her head, as we rode slowly through the wreckage and the carnage of the dead. My halloos were all unanswered. Was I the only one? It was then I tried to signal by firing off my gun. The last shot that I fired was answered, though from very far away. Was it just an echo? Or had some survived this parade? Then I heard another shot. I rode in that direction. There surely must be others with whom I made connection. I hollered out one more hello toward the direction that it came. Sweet Jesus, help me, came a voice. It was my partner, Tommy Lane. I found him then under his horse where that animal went down, trying hard to raise his head from a mud soup where he could drown. I dallied up my gut line, snicked a hoof with a fast loop. I'd have to drag that horse off of him before he drowned in that mud soup. I don't think nothing busted, nothing broken but my pride. I just helped him up there from the mud. We both stood there and cried. Lord God, are we the only ones? I said I thought we were. I need my rolling salad bags, he said. Help me get him off of her. It was black as pitch and rain. Through lightning flashes we could see that were just some cows that still milling around, of the hands, just him and me. We shook his fish out in the rain and used it for a tent. No telling where the herd was now, didn't care much where it went. Our outfit been run over. There was nothing left at all. We dried off enough to roll the smoke and hardly talked at all. Hello, we heard a holler. Can anybody hear? Yeah, we hear you. Come on in. I fired a shot through the air. A yellow slicker then appeared to hover in the rain. A drover with his slicker on. It was Elijah Payne. I was riding drag just coming in, never seen it go that fast. I've been riding for an hour now for some sign of life at last. I got a horse here behind me. Looks like yours is done. I think it's Charlie Tanner's. It was loose and on the run. The rain was running off his hat and dripping off his beard. It was then I told him of the word, which he much likely feared. I found another slicker in Tanner's saddle roll, though I couldn't get much wetter. I was getting kind of cold. Lane got up on Tanner's horse, which wave came out his mouth. We passed a ranch a day ago. I reckon we'll head south. We had to scavenge through the camp for things that we would need without committing robbery. To that we were agreed. Too many here to bury, we'll have to let them be. We got to ride and get some help first opportunity. We never had a morning sun, just a dismal, foggy light. The scene was like a battlefield, a most disturbing sight. All of us were veterans, though. We'd seen such sights before and hoped to never see again since back then in the war. Found some paper and a pencil. Thought best to leave a note. 3 survivors heading south. Stampede is all I wrote.
For those of you who were here this morning was the first time this man was ever on stage. This was the second time. He keeps getting improved between this morning and now.